Vanakkam and loving greetings to one and all of you. Welcome to the sadhana program tonight, and thank you for connecting. Um, we will go into another amazing journey tonight. So, to commence, please sit comfortably with your spine upright in a sacred manner so that all your chakras are in alignment. Place your hands on your thighs, palms facing upwards. Gently close your eyes. We will do Om chant 5 times, and let us all do it together. We do the Om chant at the outward breath. Let us begin. You can stop your chant and we gently open your eyes. We will commence with some pranayama. I thought it was imperative that we redo what we did last week, which is the Ida Pingla Kriya Pranayama, so that you can master this breathing technique. It is a very powerful technique, and you can also elevate yourself spiritually if you are able to get a deeper grip into this pranayama technique. Just to refresh your memory, Ida is the nadi or the nerve on the left hand side of the spine, and Pingla is the nadi or nerve on the right hand side of the spine, and in the center of the spine is the Sushumna nadi. In this technique, we have to do 4 things. Firstly, we are breathing in with deep, slow, long breaths. The second thing we do is with our inhalation, we're going to chant so, and you're going to do this mentally. And as with the exhalation, we're going to chant So hum means you're identifying your individual consciousness with the supreme consciousness. And the third thing we do is we do visualization. And this is important. We visualize the flow from the bottom of our spine, where the Muladhara chakra is located, and we create visualization as we are breathing in and mentally chanting so. We visualize a flow up the Ida nadi on the left hand side of the spine. It goes all the way up the spine, up the neck, up to the top of your head, and you bring the inhalation right up to the center of your forehead where the Agnya chakra is, or on top of the head, and then we do exhalation from this point. We breathe out and do visualization down the neck down the right hand side of your spine, right to the bottom, back to the Muladhara chakra. So your visualization, with your inhalation, visualization upward, you're breathing in. And the fourth thing that you're going to do is create an energy flow. Feel an energy flow. Create an energy flow up the Ida Nadi. Breathe in, chant so, and create the energy flow and do visualization. Then breathe out, exhalation, chant hum, and do visualization with coming down the spine, down the Pingla Nadi, right up to the Muladhara chakra at the base of your spine, further down. So you are breathing, you are chanting Soham, you are doing visualization, and you are creating the energy flow. So you have to synchronize all of this together. And when you synchronize it, this is a powerful meditative breathing that can take you to very high spiritual levels. So, but you have to concentrate. And it is very difficult to get all folks synchronized together. So today I am going to chant so you do the breathing, visualization, and energy flow upward. As I chant hum, you do the exhalation, visualization down, and your creation flow of the energy down the Pingla nerve back to the base of the spine to the Muladhara chakra. So get seated again in a comfortable sacred posture. Close your eyes, and I will chant so hum, and you do your breathing, visualization, and creating the energy flow. Now you can gently open your eyes. Firstly, we need to understand that we need to take care of this body, the mind, the intellect and our spiritual life. When we were in the astral world as a soul being, we were stuck as if we were caught in a cage or in the jail. There's no movement, no mind, no intellect, no body, and there is no movement whatsoever. There, we were aware of the sins we've committed, and we were aware of all our negative karma in that astral world as a soul being. Therefore, we had a strong yearning and a longing to come back to this world. And through this human life, we could reach the goal of human life and return to our original, pure, beautiful, and pristine nature and be one with God in Sivalogam. Because we do not want to be in that prison, stuck there. We want to get back to where we came from, the pure state, and we want to get back to be in synergy with God. So, to achieve this, the purpose of human life, going through this, we need this body, we need the mind, we need the intellect. And therefore, doing sadhana will help us to keep all the instruments that we have used to come to this world, to take us on this journey to reach the goal of human life. And this fivefold pathway of sadhana, when you do physical exercises like Hatha Yoga, it contributes to your fuller physical development. When we do meditation or dhyana, it contributes to your mental development. When we do pranayama or scientific breathing, then it helps us in the development of the vital organs in your body. When we do namasmarana or chanting the sacred name of the divine, we contribute to the development of the intellect. And we sing divine hymns, tirumurais and kirtans, then we contribute to the overall development of your spiritual life. So all this needs to happen so that we can journey in this human life and achieve the purpose for which we have come into this world. Therefore, it is so important to do sadhana in this world. And the purpose of human life is purification and purgation. You purify your life, your thoughts, your words, your actions. And by purifying your thoughts, words, and actions, you'll move into a pure space. We want to move into a state of pure consciousness. And we need to reach the state of parisuttam, absolute pureness. And to reach that state of absolute pureness of parisuttam, we have to concentrate on our life and do all the sadhana necessary. Concentrate on our emotions. We need to achieve transformation in this life. We need to look at our negative emotions of anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, lust, greed, and negate it. We need to have a positive mind, purify our thoughts all the time, and send good signals to the universe for the universe to support us, so we can achieve the goal of human life. And we need to have a strong bond with God. We need to enhance this bond with God, because in this journey we have to attain purification and purgation on one hand, and divinize ourselves, have a strong bond with God, and that will help us to achieve our goal. Yesterday was the 5th of October, and it was the birth anniversary of Ramalinga Swamigal. And Ramalinga Swamigal also helps us through his wisdom to go through this human journey. And in this human journey, it talks about three things, right? In this pathway, it talks about the purgative pathway, the illuminative pathway, and the unitive pathway. In the first instance, the purgative pathway is the purification and the purgation of your life. How you actually transform your life. How your thoughts, words, and actions are always pure. How you allow only pure thoughts to remain in your mind. Because even Guru Swamigal says, Sindayat Kalanda Arivirul. God is merged with your mind and is dancing in your intellect. But what we are doing is changing this shrine into like a garbage bin because we are flooding it with a lot of negative thoughts. And the more negative thoughts you harbor, the more you're attracting negative thoughts from the universe to flood your mind. And therefore we have so many invasive thoughts that are impure because we are creating that. And therefore the transformation that needs to take place, the transformation in the mind. You return to your original, pure, beautiful, pristine nature. And instead of a garbage bin, you'll now recreate a beautiful shrine. And when you do the transformation there, obviously your words will also be transformed. So because you're positive, because you're pure, your words will also be one that is loving, caring, pure, with soft tone, and words that will not hurt anybody. Let me not be the cause of one heart to ache, one tear to shed. That should be our motto in life, and that will create transformation in us. We need to reiterate that in our lives all the time to move into this beautiful space, this purgative pathway, and get rid of all the negative emotions of anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, lust, and greed. You must see the transformation taking place in your life. And then you practicing sadhana all the time will help you to sustain this transformation in your life. Then we move on to the illuminative pathway. In this pathway, you will now start broadening your horizon about the pathway that you want to go through. You need to acquire more and more wisdom. You need the knowledge, the understanding about this pathway, about the journey, about the purpose of human life, and that we need to reach a state of parisuttam in order to become liberated, receive God's grace, arul, get liberated from the cycle of births and deaths, attain liberation, attain enlightenment, so that we can be eternally one with God, experiencing eternal peace and immortal bliss. That is the journey that we want to get to. And Ramalinga Swamigal in this pathway, in the purgative pathway and in the illuminative pathway, he gives us lots of wisdom on what we need to do, what food we should eat. He advocated vegetarian meals because of the innate compassion that he had. He did not want animals to be killed, and therefore he advocated vegetarian meals. The second thing is that because of the innate compassion that he had, he promoted equality, and therefore he did not advocate the caste system that was so prevalent in India. And he wanted to transform society so that there's equality in society, because he understood the adverse impacts of the caste system on society, on human life, and the impediment it was in this purgative pathway, in this pathway of purification, purgation, and transformation. So, if you read about Ramalinga Swamigal's wisdom, it will help you in this pathway. And also imbibe the teachings of of the Master, His Holiness Brahmasri Sivasubramanya Guru Swamigal. He says, Makkalukku சேவை செய்ய வேண்டும். We have to do social outreach programs. We need to develop the compassion and we need to serve the people. Just like Ramalinga Swamigal fed the hungry and the poor people. He did charity. And he want all of us to be able to uplift the quality of lives of the suffering, the poor people, the hungry. We need to ensure we feed the hungry people, feed the poor people. Even during the pandemic, I've spent a lot of time distributing thousands and thousands of food hampers to the people who had no food to eat because they could not leave their homes, couldn't go anywhere. But despite the pandemic, I drove to many people's homes and left food hampers at the gate and drove off after knocking at the gate or buzzing them. So in this way, you could make a difference and develop your own compassion. We need to create compassion for all life forms, not only humanity, but we need to see God in all life forms. We need to see God in humanity. And in this pathway, we then start walking briskly in this journey through the transformation, through the changes that are happening in our lives. We have to be conscious of the changes. And our trajectory must be moving to a higher and higher spiritual levels in this journey. And we then look at the third pathway, which is a unitive pathway. We go walking, then we walk briskly, then we start trotting, and then we start running at full speed with the arms stretched out in the hope of embracing God with that passion, with that love, with that feeling. We are journeying in this pathway, unitive pathway, to experience that oneness, that synergy with God. And we need to move there to that space where all our emotions, all our thoughts, all our feelings are to experience God, to be one with God. And when we are in this unitive pathway, when we are going through all these emotions and all these feelings, amazing things will happen in your life. You'll experience magic, miracles, and synchronicities. Amazing things will start happening in your life. And the whole idea is to experience this so that you can reach that point where you can receive God's grace, arul, so that He can liberate you from this worldly, mundane life. You will no longer come back to this world, but you will go straight to Sivalogam, experiencing oneness and synergy with God, Sivaperuman, experiencing eternal peace and immortal bliss. And that's the journey we want to go to. So, in this pathway, sadhana is important. Now, sit comfortably, relax, close your eyes, and when you go into contemplation, contemplate on your life. Are you overwhelmed by your negative emotions of anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, lust, and greed? Are you able to bring about transformation in your life? Changes in your life? Or are you caught up with the mundane, worldly life, experiencing the attachment to all the drama of human life? Are you stuck in the muck and mire of this worldly life? Contemplate on it. Are you practicing sadhana intensively? The sadhana that we disseminate in these programs. Are you making a conscious and a concerted effort to strengthen your bond with God? So contemplate on your transformation, the changes that are happening, and to what extent you are giving up all your negative emotions, the intensity of your sadhana, and your bond with God. So in the next few minutes, contemplate on all that is happening in your life. To see is to be free. Only when you see what is happening to you, you'll be able to set yourself free. We now move into a state of meditation. So sit comfortably in a sacred manner with your spine upright, palms on your thighs facing upwards. Gently close your eyes. Take 3 slow, long, deep breaths through your nostrils and breathe out slowly and fully in order to center yourselves into a state of meditation. In the silence and stillness of the moment, I journey deep within myself. In the core of my being, I unravel the mystery of my inner self, and I discover who I am. I discover that I am not the body, nor the mind, or the intellect. I am a soul being, pure and pristine in nature, but tainted by the worldly life. I realize that as a soul being, I have not been created, nor can I be destroyed. I also realize that I have not been born, and therefore I will not die as a soul being. I am truly eternal. The body, mind, and intellect are the instruments I use to journey into this world. There is seeing, listening, and doing. But all these are happening automatically and not guided by the instruments. In the awareness of who I am, I connect with my core values and I encounter an overwhelming experience of inner love and inner peace. I realize that I am the embodiment of love and the sanctuary of peace. I radiate the energy of love naturally, continuously, and spontaneously to everyone, and I open my heart to receive the energy of love from everyone. I am peace. Peace is my true nature. I create peace and I radiate this peace to everyone. I also interact with every activity of life with peace. I also realize that I am a powerful being of light, a reflection of my supreme effulgence that is illuminating my inner world and beautifying my outer world. The radiance of my effulgence shines bright, beautiful, and brilliant. I am the beacon of light that illuminates the lives and pathways of the people around me and those that I am in contact with. I am causeless joy and happiness. I dance in the ecstasy of spiritual experience as I immerse myself with the rapture of divine love. I am a beautiful soul and I experience a state of oneness within myself. Oneness and synergy with humanity and all life forms. the fauna and flora of life. I also experience oneness and synergy with the elements of nature and the universe. I flow with life and I flow with the energy of the universe. I am abundance and I am in abundance. I have abundance of spiritual wealth, infinitive joy, eternal peace, unconditional love, and immeasurable bliss. I am also compassionate, understanding, merciful, sympathetic, and empathetic with bountiful energy. I also have abundance of material wealth. Money is also a spiritual wealth that comes to me in abundance from the universe through human instruments. I am strong, healthy, energetic, and vibrant. I experience good and sound mental, psychological, emotional, and spiritual health. I also have abundance of material wealth. In the madness of the world and the drama of human life, I understand the purpose for which I have taken on this mortal body. I gravitate my life to a state of absolute pureness, and I gravitate my life to the Supreme Divine because I seek to rest in eternal peace in the abode of Sivaperuman. Let us all remain in silence, for it is only in silence that the voice of God could be heard. And it is in silence that the vibrations and the energy of God could be experienced. Let us now all plunge into the ocean of bliss and experience God's bountiful grace and abundant love. We now remain completely immersed in this love of the divine. Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Tane Perum Karunai, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Tane Perum Karunai, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Tane Perum Karunai, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Tane Perum Karunai, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, தனை பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி. Slowly you come back to your body. You listen to your breathing as you become grounded. Take a deep breath in to completely ground yourself. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and give thanks and gratitude to God. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Thank you to all of you for joining the sadhana program. All I could wish for is for each one of you to, to experience the optimum outcomes in your journey. May each one of you sacrifice a tremendous amount of time and toil towards the realization of human goals and achieve the objective for which we have come into this world, so that you too can be eternally one with God. Till we meet again, God bless you, God be with you. Nandri and Vanakkam.